But I can tell you one thing. If I don't start the road on Amazon, I don't build the back end of social media as well, because what Amazon does is that it gives you instant credibility. If I just ignore Amazon and I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna build my Shopify site. I'm gonna go on e-commerce and just launch it and go on my own because I get to keep 100% of it and I don't have to share the wealth with Amazon. If you have that attitude, I have seen that fail time and time again. So what would you say to somebody that is going through like analysis paralysis? They want to get on it, especially I think people like you and me, Ben, right now, that we're like, we have been preaching to people for so long about the subject of e-commerce and Amazon. Yeah. Right now, we're like, I told you so. We just had a person come in. They were selling $10 million a year. And this is their business model, selling boots and leather and things like that in malls, in shopping malls. And they were very established for many, many years. So they obviously collapse because they don't have any business. But they come in here and they say, Manuel, because I was able to manage my finances well enough, I have a little fund that I set aside and I need you to get me on social media. So there's a lot going on right now. So what would you say is like a series of steps for all these incredible amount of people right now that don't know how to really create a business on the internet? How do they start? Because I know you have a lot of data on that, Ben.
Okay, so when you see stuff going bankrupt, like brand names and companies that you've heard of, you know, it is kind of a little disturbing, but in truth, most of the ones that have closed, in my mind, I'm thinking, well, legit, when is the last time I ever went into a Sears or JCPenney and thought, oh, this is a must-have company? So as kind of heartless as it feels sometimes, you know, this thing of capitalism, the market usually isn't wrong. So it's like Sears, I don't know, big dumb company. I had no need to, you know, they ceased to have a reason to exist, right? So I wouldn't put the attention on, oh my God, this is closing, that's been closing. Because when's the last time you gave them your money? What, you know, do you even need them? Now that they're out of business, has it disrupted your life? In most cases, no. So instead, I look at where the pockets of opportunity are. So let's talk Amazon, okay? So there are two paths that you can take on Amazon, right? This is if you already have an existing physical products business. Amazon is a no-brainer. I've never felt that Amazon should be the business because Amazon is just a platform. I think Manuel and I talk about Amazon like it is a business, but it is a platform through which we can sell our product. Kind of like Manuel's an expert on Facebook. Facebook should never be your business. It is a platform upon which you generate traffic, one of ideally multiple platforms. But I realize that, you know, Facebook, if you're going to master one, that's the one to master. I mean, Twitter's not going to do much. And I mean, Google AdWords, depending, blah, 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 but Facebook's the best. And that's how I view Amazon. Amazon is the best platform.
It's a launching platform, right, Ben? It's just get out in the open. It's the easiest way to generate cash so you can build a business. That's what I like to say to people, right?
Exactly. And so like Sarah in the UK, I mean, Amazon UK crushes it. Okay. You know, about a year or two ago, they launched in Australia, doing very, very well. So you want to attach your start to Amazon's compounded accelerated growth. So there's two paths. Again, if you have your own product, no brainer, you because they have something called FBA, that means fulfilled by Amazon. That's a fancy way of saying, like the shoe guy, you can just send in a certain amount of shoes into the Amazon warehouse. Then they give you that little Prime badge. And so that opens up all these buyers like me and Manuel that when we see that, we want free, fast shipping. And so it opens up a lot more distribution, a lot more sales for you, okay? But the other way, the way that I got started, the way that a lot of our students got started is we actually don't have a product. We are product agnostic, meaning we have no emotional attachment to our brand, to our product. And what we do is we look for unbranded opportunities where there's massive built-in existing demand on Amazon. Let me give you an example. If somebody's typing in Nike sneakers, they want to buy Nike sneakers. They don't want to buy my off-brand. However, so that's what's known as a branded search. But what's an unbranded search? And this is where I put my attention, these unbranded opportunities. Manuel, quick, name me a brand of rat traps. Quick.
Oh my God, I don't know.
Exactly. I don't know either. I don't know either. So if when you have an unbranded search, so if somebody just types in
I bet you they sell $1 gazillion, right, Ben? Rat traps.
Somebody watching is going to build $1 billion company thanks to me mentioning rat traps. But I mean, if you think about it, the vast majority of people that are just searching on Amazon, they don't do blah, blah, blah brand rat trap. They just do like best rat trap for large rodents. I don't know, whatever. So those are the opportunities that we win because I can make my private label version. And what is private label? That means I can go on like Alibaba, and in probably an hour, if you know what you're doing, I can produce a good quality, bag of rat traps. I can come up with a logo and a brand name that's to the unwashed masses, makes them think I've been around for maybe 100 years. They don't know. And they don't really care because it's not a brand-driven purchase. So then if I can optimize my listing, that's a fancy way of saying like really good images, good bullet points. If we can get it highly visible on a platform using like all the stuff that Manuel teaches by goosing up your ranking with all his ninja stuff and Facebook ads, you can have $1 million business. Now, I don't know if you can have $1 million business off rat traps. That's not my point. The point is you have two paths then. The physical product business that you already have, like your shoe guy, or the unbranded, you don't care what the product is. You're not married to the product. And by the way, I will also say this. I believe that Amazon as a business model, like I'm talking about, is the world's greatest business. And that is because rich people get rich.
The world's most perfect business, right? That's been your branding all along these years.
It is because I've owned real estate. I've owned nightclubs. I've been an information marketer, even buying a franchise. Okay, Manuel, if you and I let's say you and I, if we get approved for a McDonald's franchise, I think it's like a 1.2 million you and I in cash have to put up. For an unbranded Amazon private label product, you're $2,000 or $3,000 in. The worst you can lose is $2,000 or $3,000. However, if you know what you're doing, you find an unbranded opportunity, a la the rat trap niche, you might be generating 30, 50K a month. So that is called a good risk to reward. You invest a little to make a lot, or if you're wrong, you only lose a little bit. And then, so I can keep, let's say my rat trap blows up, it doesn't work. I don't care because I'm not married to the product. I don't view myself, my identity is not wrapped up in rat traps. So I'm much more flexible. So I can
I'll interrupt you for a second. Just something on that point, Ben, that I like to tell people that kind of makes sense. Amazon has been working for a long time on making that little logo be recognized worldwide, that Amazon smile. And they have a positioning and they have a branding and a recognition and a trust built in. So when people ask me, Manuel, should I start with my own Shopify channel and should I build my e-commerce or should I just go on Amazon? But I don't like that Amazon keeps like a share of the pie and 30%, that's too much money. Well, I like to counter that and explain to them, look, they have the trust that you don't have. If you want to really make it, Amazon has to be your launch. And I mean it, Ben. And I have a lot of data. Like I have Dr. Berg, he sells millions. Myself with Natural Scent, we sell millions of dollars. We have like powerhouse e-commerce brands that are not on Amazon. But I can tell you one thing. If I don't start the road on Amazon, I don't build the back end of social media as well. Because what Amazon does is that it gives you instant credibility. If I just ignore Amazon and I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to build my Shopify site. I'm going to go on e-commerce and just launch it and go on my own because I get to keep 100% of it and I don't have to share the wealth with Amazon. If you have that attitude, I have seen that fail time and time again. Very rarely, unless you have a very unique product, which is a game changer. Like one example would be like the gimbal. That was so unique. That went viral on social media. You didn't need to be on Amazon. That's incredible. Like I have one of my guys here is showing me this thing right here. That's like intense because this product, they created a couple of videos and it went viral because it's very special. You walk around and this whole thing is so smooth. That's an example of a product that on social media will do great because it's so unique. But if you want to do rat traps, if you want to do like supplements, if you want to do electronics, toys, which is 99% of the products, if you don't go through Amazon first and you go to social media, nobody knows who the heck you are. They don't trust you. There's no Amazon smile connected to it. There's no like credibility, especially in this era, Ben, that people are tight and they're holding on tight because they're afraid. It's like right now there's all this mystery about where the world is headed and what's going to happen. So they hold on tight to their wallets. So if you don't go through Amazon first and leverage their credibility, their 100 million monthly unique Amazon Prime members and so on, it becomes a challenge. And as much as I want to be like, oh, come into AGM and we'll help you build your AGM, your Shopify site, and we're going to make you a billionaire in a year. We don't do that. We tell them this is the reality. Save your money, all right? Go to Amazon first. Learn the basics. And honestly, whenever they want to get Amazon training, Ben, I always go back to you. Like, you guys want to know who my mentor is? Go to Ben Cummins. He's the one that showed me the roadmap on building an Amazon brand from scratch. I always say go there because once you go there, you get the basics on Amazon, you launch, you can rank, you can generate reviews, you can get attention, you can have instant credibility for your damn rat trap. They believe in you because even though your brand has never been mentioned or heard about by anybody, you have the Amazon logo there. And because of that, they buy stuff from you. And then you start building that thing. So it's a roadmap. I always recommend if you really have an e-commerce or you want to transition, you gotta start with Amazon. Would you agree with that? I know you will, Ben.